Hey everybody, welcome back to Is It Kino, your favorite movie review podcast. I'm your host, Simian Jimmy, joined as always by the Kino Corner.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, that's the best you got? You're not gonna, stab a bee into your eyeball or, take a hammer to your nutsack or anything for this podcast?
Well, actually, you don't know this, but I'm in immense pain because I have a queen bee on my dick. And I have 1,000 bees just kind of dangling from it, and they're stinging my nutsack. So all I could really muster was what's up, because I have bigger things on my mind.
Yeah, we have our winners, and we have Kino Corner. Well, Kino, we have not done an episode all year, and that's mostly because January is legitimately the shittiest, worst month of the year. Not just for movies, but also for YouTube ad revenue, so there's really no point in doing anything in the month of January. I do believe both of us spent January sort of like a bear in hibernation, but instead of sleeping, we were crafting a bunch of new content to come out in a month where the ad revenue is not 1% of what it usually is. So how much have you gotten done in the last month?
Oh, I've gotten a lot done, actually. Yeah, so I have two big videos coming out this week. I've got another video that's almost halfway completed that'll be coming out. I'm waiting until Uncharted releases, which I think we should see together because that will drop when I'm up at your place. And I've got some longer form stuff, some shorter form stuff. I got a lot of them in different stages of completion. So now it's just sort of like I'll be coming out with a video tomorrow, then another video this Friday, another video next week, and yeah, so I actually got a lot done.
Is it true that you only want to see Uncharted to support Mark Wahlberg because you agree with him on Asian stances?
Yeah, that's actually a very accurate statement.
The same political beliefs when it comes to Vietnamese people as Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, I read his early life on Wikipedia, and I was inspired.
I want to see the guy who masturbates while reading the early life section of Mark Wahlberg's Wikipedia page.
I think that though that Mark Wahlberg, now that he's a little grown up, now that he's a man, he's no longer a boy with some ideas about Vietnamese people. I think that he should sell pho at his Wahlburgers establishment.
Wait, what's pho? Is that some fucking disgusting rat soup that they serve over there?
It's not disgusting. It's a Vietnamese beef broth soup that
Yeah, I figured it was soup. Those fuckers don't have anything but soup over there. Soup and fucking noodles.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It has noodles in it.
Well, enough about shitting on Vietnamese people. Let's start shitting on black people. I know, to stand in solidarity with Joe Rogan, you wanted us both to say the N-word on this podcast, so please go ahead.
Actually, I think we should say it 70 times, or what is it now, 110 times?
I read it was 24 times he said it, but they took off 100 episodes. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, that's so stupid. I saw another clip of the Young Turks saying the N-word a whole bunch of times too.
I saw a clip of Joe Biden saying it.
I don't know that anyone actually cares. I don't know that anyone actually cares. This is so just it feels like such a staged I hate Joe Rogan sort of thing. I mean, first it was the boomer musicians leaving Spotify, and I'm like, look, the Zoomers who are listening to Spotify don't even know who the fuck Joni Mitchell is, so who cares, And now it's oh, Joe Rogan said the N-word, but within context, I'm again, who cares?
Well, I might be in a particular Twitter bubble, but I have only seen people with white profile pictures complaining about Joe Rogan saying the N-word, and I've exclusively only seen black people defending him. So yeah, I think this might be a bit of artificial outrage, because they could not take him down with the COVID misinformation, so now they're going back into their bag of tricks.
They sent their mightiest warriors, Neil Young and Joni Mitchell, to fight Joe Rogan.
They even have the White House secretary begging Spotify to remove Joe Rogan. What the fuck? You guys realize if they remove him from Spotify, he'll just make his own website and his Patreon will be $5 billion a month. You're not going to stop him. He's too big to fail.
it would actually be better. He secures the bag, that whatever $100 million deal, because Spotify removes some early breaking contract. Or I'm not a lawyer, but I'd assume that he would still get paid but then he could go back to YouTube. He could go to whatever Rumble or any of these other sites, that people use. He could use Apple Podcast. He could do all that kind of stuff.
He can afford to make his own RSS feed fucking metaverse. Like, he could just start a whole new thing and anybody could join up on his new website. Instead of Spotify, he'll make Joify.
Yeah. It'll be the Rogan, I don't know, the Rogan Experience, or I don't know, or come up with some Silicon Valley sounding word, one of those fake words that Silicon Valley likes to use. But
enough about those jackasses. Let's talk about some other jackasses.
Yeah.
We saw Jackass Forever, and let me just say right off the top, I think this might be the most I've ever laughed in a movie theater in my entire life. And I was completely sober. I don't know what got over me watching this movie. I might have just been giddy to finally see these friends back on the big screen after a decade. But this might be the funniest movie I've literally ever seen. What did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. The Jackass stuff hasn't really been my cup of tea.
Oh man, Kino!
But no, wait, you didn't let me finish. It's not exactly like my cup of tea, but I did laugh quite a lot, and I cringed also quite a lot.
Yes. We'll get into the cringing, because there are some scenes that if I watch this movie again, I might have to close my eyes. I could not handle it.
I had to close my eyes on some stuff. I was like, oh my god, I can't watch this. This is too.
Well,
oof.
Okay, right off the top, let's say our worst cringe moment. Mine was when they got out the pogo stick. What about you?
Oh god, the pogo stick. That was
the worst moment in the film for me.
No, mine was where they did the slow-mo of the pig cum falling on the guy, and they showed the bit of it going into his mouth. I legit almost threw up at that.
Oh, well, you've never had pig cum in your mouth before, you fucking pansy?
I legit almost threw up at that. I was like, I was like that cameraman
the fat cameraman who keeps vomiting?
He kept vomiting.
I think his name is Lance or something.
No, but the cup test. The cup test in this one was
it was brutal.
Yeah. Watching it, I was like, how does this guy and after the pogo stick thing, he starts bleeding.
Yeah.
And they show it.
Dude.
Holy.
The full weight of a man pogo sticking right on one of your balls. I feel like I would literally die.
Me too.
Balls are so fucking sensitive, dude. 200 pounds of force falling down, concentrated on the end of a pogo stick. How is the ball even still there? I feel like it should have popped or something. It should have be gone. Like, they must be a lot tougher than they feel, because that shit is insane to me.
Or maybe they're drunk or they're on drugs, so they don't feel it as much.
No, I mean the balls themselves. How did his testicle survive that?
I don't know. Well, he had the cup, but what happened is that pogo stick kind of moved the cup over to the side. Like that. Yeah. That's the big thing. It's like when the hockey puck hit him, when the softball hit him, it just hit the cup. So it was more like a general area around his dick, that kind of really got the force. But that pogo stick sort of slid the cup over the side and whacked his dick.
It's horrible. Well, I'll say, God. You say Jackass wasn't really your cup of tea. When I was in middle school, I thought there was nobody on earth more cool than Bam Margera, and Viva La Bam was like my favorite fucking show when I was 12 years old. And I loved Don Vito and April and all the characters of Bam's family and how he would fuck with them. And this is the first movie that does not have Bam Margera in it, which means his family was also missing. Don Vito, of course, is, I believe, in prison, so he wasn't going to be in the movie anyway. But I really felt the absence of those characters. I know that they could not have Bam in the movie because he's like relapsing hardcore and threatening to kill the director and shit. But if I had any complaint in the movie, it would be the absence of those characters, and also that it was too short. this movie I wish was twice as long.
Yeah, this movie is like barely 90 minutes. I think it says it's like a 96-minute, but it gets into the credits, I think, at around 90 minutes. And
but at least credits have bonus content.
Show more stunts. Yeah, exactly. So everyone stuck around for the credits in my theater. Because there is some really good bonus content in the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to bring up one of the things that I was actually having a discussing in my server the other day is like, who had the better cameo, Eric Andre or Tyler the Creator? I think Tyler the Creator's cameo was better.
Yeah, he got shocked the fuck out of him. I mean, Eric Andre he can handle a little punch.
Yeah, Eric Andre's in it, and that was one of the things that he's just kind of in it as like a spectator for a few minutes, and then they pull like one prank at him at Crafty. But Tyler the Creator's actually a part of one of the stunts, but I really liked it when Tyler the Creator had Jeff Tremaine, the director, sit on the stool, and because everyone's calling Tyler a pussy for falling off of the piano bench, and then having the director do it, and the director like freaked out more than he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really like that.
Well, after watching this movie, I was so elated that I went back and started rewatching all the old Jackass movies. And by the way, all of them are Kino, including Bad Grandpa. How dare you people not count that one? Fuck you. It's Kino and it counts. But
I have a wait. I want to say something.
Okay.
I actually have a Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa T-shirt.
Oh, I used to have the movie poster.
Yeah, I had the T-shirt because my roommate at the time worked at the movie theater, and they all had to wear the T-shirt. And he like got some extra Bad Grandpa shirts for me, and I think I saw Bad Grandpa because I had like a pass, because this when I lived in Ireland, so I had like a pass where I could basically see like unlimited movies at the theater that was right next to me.
Oh, when you say pass, you mean like a theater pass, not the N-word pass that Joe Rogan has.
Oh well, I mean I had that too, but that's a different story. No, but I would go. I think I saw Bad Grandpa in theaters like twice. I was trying to get my friends. I was like, "Hey, it's funny," and then of course I was in like art school, and everyone's like, "I don't know about that." I'm like, "It's really funny. Like, you got to watch it. Like, come over, watch it with me." You know, I don't think that's true cinema. I'm like, who the fuck cares?
They're like they're over there watching Sallow, watching people eat shit, and then they're like, "No, I can't watch Bad Grandpa. He shits on the wall of a restaurant. That's not true art. You gotta eat shit to be art."
Look, I actually think that Jackass movies are, for me, they get more of a gut reaction, like where I actually kind of want to vomit seeing this stuff than like any fictional film, because it's way more real, you know.
It is real,
and
yeah.
I'm like, people freaked out for decades over Divine eating that piece of dog shit in Pink Flamingos like it was the grossest thing in the world, like it was the edgiest thing in the world. And I'm like, have any of you people seen Jackass? Like,
well, yes. Speaking of eating shit,
way worse.
I was about to bring that up. That in Jackass 2, the 3-6 Mafia show up, and they don't do a skit. They're just standing there, and they pay one of them to eat cow shit, and that's it. So I'm glad that now they have like Tyler the Creator getting pranked and being part of the prank, and same thing with Eric. Like back in the day, they just had celebrities show up to stand there and do nothing.
Yeah, they were just there to kind of spectate. But Eric Andre was kind of a spectator. Machine Gun Kelly in this one, I don't know what it is about that guy. He's really odd. Maybe it's just because like he's always into. You know, you're always hearing about him with this relationship with Megan Fox, the "I am weed" line that he said. But that was a pretty funny one with him next to Steve-O doing the bicycle thing with the big hands.
This is going to be this will be extremely niche of an observation. But when I was in high school, my friend was into this like glam metal band called Nitro, and they have a song called Machine Gun Eddie. So I was always confused when people said Machine Gun Kelly. I was like, why are people talking about that obscure band's song Machine Gun Eddie? But I guess not. I guess Machine Gun Kelly's a different person. I don't know who the fuck that is. Who is that?
He's like a isn't he like a white rapper or something? I don't know. Like, I don't listen to his music. All I know about him is from like when he ends up on trending or the tabloids. Like, I guess he's dating Megan Fox, and they share like all their cringiest aspects about their relationship.
Like what?
Like for example, she said that when she first met him, she walked up to him and said, "You smell like weed," and he looked at her and said, "I am weed."
That's not cringe. That sounds base to me.
But there's like another thing of him in a board meeting, like getting up onto the table and dancing.
Oh.
I don't know. It's just like kind of weird stuff.
I think I have seen that clip, and that was cringe.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know him as a musician. I just know him as like this performance artist that just does a bunch of cringe stuff. But his bit in Jackass was pretty funny. I gotta say, okay, who's your favorite of the crew? And you can't say Steve-O or Johnny Knoxville.
So I was thinking about this, and I think this movie revealed to me an underrated gem, and maybe it was just in my mind, a character who I could not pick out of a lineup previously. Like a lot of the tertiary characters of Jackass just all blend together in my head, like Rob himself and Dave England and all those people, like the ones who are not necessarily household names. I kind of ignored them in favor of like the main 7 or 8 guys. But this movie, I sort of developed a man crush on Danger Aaron, and I think he might be my new favorite. I think he had the best bits in this movie by far.
Oh yeah, especially when they put the salmon in the honey.
Yeah, and he was also the one who got pranked with the terrorist taxi cab at the end of Jackass 2. So he's been one of the best ones for a long time, and I just now am beginning to appreciate him.
Was he the one that didn't want to like? Okay, so there's this one stunt or prank that they do in this where they bring everyone into this room, and then they show them this Eastern Diamondback Rattler. They have everyone leave, and then they switch out the Eastern Diamondback Rattler essentially with fake snakes, but they bring him back into the room, have it go completely dark. Johnny Knoxville is running around with a night vision goggle, making it seem like
he got two
like
two different
snake.
lids off of metal trash cans and banging them into people's head like cymbals.
Yeah, and just having the people freak out. And there's an exit from the room. If you walk out the exit, there's all these pots and pans that are dangling from the ceiling.
The worst part for me was on the floor. On the floor, they have a bunch of thumbtacks. Like, maybe there's something in my brain. Mousetraps I'm okay with. I've done a mousetrap on each digit of my fingers for a video, but something about accidentally stepping on a thumbtack makes me cringe more than just about anything else, and I don't know why.
And when Zach just sort of belly flops the thumbtacks and mousetraps at once, I was like, oh.
Like only
he
Jackass,
was so desperate to get out.
These are the only movies that make me want to vomit and laugh hysterically at exactly the same time.
Mm-hmm. But wasn't he the one that was like, I'm not leaving, I'm just gonna like live in here?
Yeah, I'm gonna start a new life in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. They're like, okay, we're opening the door, you can leave. It's like, I don't believe you. So, what'd you think of Johnny Knoxville actually getting concussed and breaking his ribs like when he got hit by the bull?
I mean, it's not surprising. The movie does point out he's 49 years old as of taping the movie, which I believe must have been in early 2020 or something, because this movie got delayed an absolute shit ton.
Yeah.
I think if they make a Jackass 5, somebody will die on set, because 50-year-old men should not be fighting bulls, I don't think.
Yeah, I was almost getting worried with some of their age. I guess that's why they brought in younger people for this one, even if that active, except for what was the black guy's name? That he was in a lot of stuff. And his dad came on. His dad, who was intensely scared of spiders and snakes and whatnot. And they put the tarantula in the
Dark Shark
thing. Dark Shark.
Wasn't that your nickname in high school, Dark Shark?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I also in high school had a tarantula bite my nipple.
You did?
Oh, of course. I mean, doesn't
Oh, good.
everybody? That's like a rite of passage. At least that's what my gym teacher told me.
Speaking of new people, I saw a lot of absolute chuds online complaining that now there's a female Jackass. Kino, what did you think of the cutie pie female stand-up comedian Jackass, who ultimately did about 3 stunts, 2 of which I think I could do easily.
She was hardly in it.
Yeah.
She was hardly in it, so...
She got like the scorpion to bite her lip. She was shot with a glitter cannon.
Yeah.
And then she like tased her tongue. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
I guess that's fine.
Tongue. Yeah, although it was a little cringe where she was like, "Get this tarantula off of me," and the guy was like,
he needs permission to touch her tits.
I can touch your tits, and she goes, "You have my full consent. You all have full consent." And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like.
Well,
see, this is why it's got to be...
To be fair, the guy might not even know her personally, because I went to the... Yeah. This is creepy. I went to the fan-exclusive, opening night thing, and they had an extra 20 minutes of behind the scenes after the credits, and they told the story of how they found this new woman, and evidently she's a stand-up comedian, and Johnny Knoxville followed her on Instagram and liked her, and then invited her to be on. And then the whole time they're doing the interviews with the cast, they are inseparable. Johnny and this woman sitting side by side, thighs all rubbed up against each other. So is there any possibility that these two have not fucked?
No, I think that's I think that's probably the case.
Is Johnny Knoxville married?
It makes sense. Is he?
He's like 51 now, so I don't know.
I know he has a kid, right? Or he has some kids. Wait, let me see. I'm gonna look this up.
Well, I was today years old when I found out Johnny Knoxville is not even his name. I thought that was his real name.
Philip John Clapp.
Yeah, I can see why he changed it. It turns out he's just from Knoxville, Tennessee, so I guess Johnny Knoxville would be a pretty good nickname for a guy like that.
I guess he is married to Naomi Nelson. He has 2 kids.
So maybe he didn't fuck this hot mid-20s comedian on Instagram?
Well, I mean, this is LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And when I say hot, I exclusively mean when she's in the mime outfit. Any other scene, she's pretty mid, but she makes a cute mime, especially a mime getting tased on the tongue.
Yeah, I think that she should just keep the mime out. The mime everything, the mime look.
Yeah, I think we should bring that back as a fashion statement. I think cute women across the country should dress up like mimes. I think that's what best suits her. Yeah, I do too. But yeah, she did seem a little out of place, but it wasn't too she's hardly in it. She's usually just kind of in the background and the spectator stuff, but I would argue she was better than Dark Shark's son, because I don't even remember anything he did.
He couldn't finish drinking the milk on the at the last stunt.
Oh wow, what a Chad. I'm so glad they got him in there.
Yeah, actually I really liked how they just completely reversed what you thought was going to happen with that last stunt. So you think that it's just going to be whoever is going to vomit the last.
They're spinning them on a merry-go-round centrifuge thing and making them chug a gallon of milk.
And then while they're doing that, they just bring in 50 guys, tanks, shooting paintball guns and balls, and they just start peppering the people. All the guys in the middle, they just start shooting them, and then. My favorite bit of that was Wee Man having his own tank. Yeah,
they built a Wee Man-sized tank so he could go shoot them with missiles of paint.
Yeah, that was honestly one of the best stunts in my opinion, and I was happy that they saved it as the last one because I think it was a really great finale to it.
Yeah, again, my only complaints would be the lack of Bam's family and the movie being too short. I can't think of many stunts that I would remove other than I just do not want to see the pogo stick on some guy's testy again. But and there's a lot. I saw you tweeted Jackass Forever or the 120 days of like nut torture or something. And
of nut punching.
Yeah, there is like half of the skits in the movie have to do with testicles and dicks, which is not necessarily new, but I feel like they have upped their game in that regard. And according to the behind the scenes, they said, thanks to COVID, they could not do as many pranks in public. And it's especially hard to do a prank show in public when all the pedestrians are wearing a mask. Like, how are you going to get their reaction if you can't see their face?
Yeah.
So I guess they had to resort to pranking each other more and pogo sticking themselves on the testicles more. So that was also... I mean, I love when they have the man on the street skits, so I missed out on those a little bit.
Yeah, that's what made, I think, Bad Grandpa so good, like really funny, because it was almost all man on the street skits.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said they're upping their game, but I want to just change that a little bit. They were definitely upping their game, but you got to put a Y in the middle, because all the dick stuff is a little bit gay. You have to admit that.
No. I think the Jackass crew, I saw a tweet about this and I absolutely agreed. The Jackass crew is the ultimate embodiment of positive masculinity. Just a group of guy friends who love to prank each other, and they're comfortable with their bodies. They'll show each other their fucking taint and asshole and balls and dick, and it doesn't even matter. There's nothing gay about it. That's true bro code. Back in Athens, they used to do the Olympics naked or whatever the fuck. Like, we need to bring this back.
And now they're doing the naked version of the, what's that thing called? Not the pinball, but the, where he flattened their dick, and then they were doing the...
yeah. I saw that on the Spankwire reaction video back in the day. One of the segments of that was somebody flattening their dick like a pancake between two pieces of glass, and then they did that in this movie, and they turned his flat dick into a ping pong paddle. I thought that was pretty good. And he said it didn't even hurt, so I couldn't even cringe. Like, the dick, for all you ladies out there listening to this podcast, and I know that's about half of the audience, the dick is a bit flexible and malleable, and yeah, it turns out you can just flatten it as flatter than a pancake, really, and feel no pain. So,
yeah, because we're one of the few mammals that doesn't have a penis bone. And then silence.
Well, it's only silence because Discord keeps cutting you off, so I can't even hear what you're saying.
Oh, I said that we're one of the few mammals that doesn't have a penis bone.
Right.
Or the only mammal, maybe, I don't know. But other animals, they got the bone in their dicks, and we're just like floppy, I guess, We can make them into pancakes.
If I have to rank all of the Jackass films, I believe the order would be number 3 is the best, then this new one, number 4, then number 2, then Bad Grandpa, and then number 1. That being said, all of them are Kino. Do you have a ranking, or are you not familiar enough with the other movies?
I've seen one, and I've seen all of them except for 3.
So you might be missing the best one. I love 3.
I didn't catch 3, but I saw 1 and 2. I saw 1 and 2 when I was a teenager. I don't know. It's been so long, but I do think that Forever is better than 1 and 2. Yeah. I did like it better than 1 and 2, but I haven't seen 3, so I don't want to,
Well, sounds like when you're up in town, we should check it out, because that is, in my opinion, the best one.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that I would have the same ranking as you, except I haven't seen 3. So.
Yeah. Well, really, I don't know what else to talk about. Maybe the absence of Ryan Dunn was also felt. That's one of the tragic things. I think that might be why Bam's life has gone so shitty, because his best friend fucking died in a horrible, tragic way. And I don't know if I could come back from that. Like, if I found out Kino Corner died in a car crash, like, my life would be ruined, because I would be nonstop partying, doing cocaine, and, so excited and happy to be free of this man. that I would probably go down the same route as Bam Margera.
I was like, Monkey's not going to turn to Sappy. I was like, I'm waiting for it. Yeah. And that happened between, when did Ryan Dunn die? Was that like 2014, 2015?
I think it was between the release of Jackass 3 and Jackass 3.5, so it must have been right around there. I don't know.
Yeah. They had a nice little sort of thing at the end of Jackass Forever, like a in memoriam for Ryan Dunn. And that song that plays in the credits song is about, Ryan Dunn. I like seeing too, side by side of like the first Jackass with Jackass Forever, seeing just, and it really kind of put in perspective how their production value's gone way up.
Yeah, and I think that's why the movies have been getting better and better with each one, because it's just night and day from the quality.
Yeah. Like, they have good cameras now.
Yeah. And they can do a lot of really cool, like, slow motion, 60 frames per second kind of stuff, which adds a lot of humor to some of the skits.
Yeah, exactly. Especially for the nut punching stuff, and they go in on that on that slow motion of just the testicles just being destroyed, or the Zach going through the air and all of his like belly flop or like sacks of fat just kind of flopping around everywhere. And I was just imagining that it wasn't Zach, but it was Wings of Redemption. Just flying through the air, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that new guy, Zach, he had
cool.
some interesting tattoos. I saw a few on there that I was wondering how drunk he must have been when he got it, because I can't remember specifically what it was, but there were a few that were a little bit too edgy.
Really? I'll have to rewatch it to see.
But that guy was great.
I wasn't looking at his tattoos. I was mostly looking at his missing tooth.
Well, I think most of these guys are missing teeth by this point.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair assessment. But yeah, I think that I think that the most we can do as far as like this podcast is just talk about the different stunts and stuff. But look, if you like Jackass, if you find it funny, I mean, everyone in the theater, it was a very loud theater that I was in because everyone was openly laughing or wincing or cringing or whatever. It got very visceral reactions out of everybody. If you like that kind of stuff, I'd say that you'd probably really like Jackass Forever, and you probably don't want to keep listening to us vaguely describe the things. You have to see it to really get it,
Yeah, and Discord is a complete, absolute fucking retarded piece of shit, and it's been cutting you off nonstop. So I think for the sake of everybody, we should wrap up this episode, because even I'm getting pissed at how fucking garbage Discord is. Literally fucking trash with your NFT fucking bullshit. Can't even make a call last fucking 30 minutes without cutting off every 20 seconds. But I'll say this, everybody. Go check out, this is a scene from Jackass 3.5. It should have been in the main movie, because it's one of my favorite stunts I've ever done. It's on YouTube. Go check out the Flaming Gauntlet? I don't know how to fucking speak. Gauntlet. But it's with Steve-O. I think it's Steve-O. It's one of the most hardcore fucking crazy stunts I've ever seen. So go check out that one. And if you like that, then you should definitely go see Jackass 4 if you have not yet. I've seen the roster of what movies are coming out this year, and I can already guarantee this movie will be in my top 10, just because it was so enjoyable, so funny, could not stop laughing. I don't think there was like a full minute where I was not laughing at least once. So just based on how shitty the rest of the year is going to be for movies, I don't see how this couldn't be one of the best of the year already.
Well, I mean, I think that Uncharted could top it easily.
Yeah, and Avatar 2?
Uncharted, and guess what comes out the same day as Uncharted, which is February 18th, is the Cuphead Netflix TV show. So we're getting a lot of video game movies and shows this year.
Yeah, and that sounds like a Florian episode.
Everyone knows that video game adaptations are always amazing.
Well, yeah, that's
There's
why
never
we're gonna see Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and review it with Heartsy pretty soon.
Gosh.
So,
dude, that trailer to Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
you don't like it? I think it's growing on me.
No, I don't like it.
Every time I see it, I like it a little bit more.
See, but that's just called a Stockholm syndrome.
It could be. I have not seen the original Sonic movie, but I'm kind of hyped for Sonic 2.
The original Sonic movie is a very sort of middle of the road kind of film. It kind of feels like a Marvel movie.
So it's the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah. It's up there with Eternals. It's not quite as good as.
It's not quite as good as Eternals.
Eternals, but it's up there.
Yep. Well, next week we will be reviewing the new and probably final PTA movie. Did he say this is his last one?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
did he?
I thought he did. I thought his last one was his last one.
No. Phantom Thread was Daniel Day-Lewis's last movie.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Well, yeah. So if you want to hear us talk about Licorice Pizza, tune in next week. And go see Jackass. You're gonna love it, and if you don't, well, you don't have a soul.
And I think that for Licorice Pizza, we should come for the recording. We should figure out a way to not use Discord.
Yeah, we'll fix it. We'll get it going.
Yeah.
All right. Is it? And we both agree that this movie is Kino, right?
It's stunt Kino. It's
You don't need to qualify it. Just say it's pure Kino.
It's laugh and cringe Kino. It's like, I believe that art should get a visceral reaction out of you, and let me tell you, I got some visceral reactions out of this movie. So yeah. Take
your whole family, take your grandparents. They're gonna love it. If you are insecure about your dick size, maybe don't watch any of these movies, because these guys, a few of them are packing. So be careful. They even talk about it in the movie. One of the new crew members is like, "Man, I'm nervous about showing my dick because I'm not as big as you guys."
Well, you got to have a big dick to be in Jackass.
Or just a high pain tolerance.
Yeah.
Okay, folks.
Or both.
That's enough Kino talk for the day. Kino, you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, I'm coming out with, I'm going to try to get 2 videos out this week, and by the time this releases, I'll probably have my video on Smiling Friends out, and then I'm doing a video on The French Dispatch, which is almost done. So I'll have those 2 videos out, hopefully this week.
You've been hyping up this French Dispatch video for about 4 months, and considering that it was one of the lowest rated Is It Kino episodes of all time, I don't know.
It's gonna be a good video.
I don't know. I feel like you're putting in too much work for something you know will fail.
No, but it's a passion project of mine. I don't care, because I have other stuff that's more like mainstream. Like the video I'm releasing next week is gonna be like way more kind of normie friendly, I guess. So this one's just kind of, it's one for me, and then the other videos for everyone else.
Oh, bullshit. Those directors who say I make one for me, one for them. I think you do 0 for them, 100 for me.
No. I like, trust me, I have a strat. I have a strat right now.
Oh, shit. Well, tune into the Kino Corner channel for all that Kino goodness. And for this show, I've been Simian Jimmy.
See ya.